Welcome back to the QSUpali YouTube channel. I hope you have learned something from my previous videos. I wish to continue with this video to discuss the construction schedules deemed necessary for controlling the late finishing of projects. My apologies for the inconvenience caused due to my short absence. I hope to continue my discussion on the subject in the future uninterrupted. I have already completed the discussion on most parts of the preliminaries. If you have any comments or require any further references regarding the prelims, please mention them in the comments column for me to continue the discussion. Now let me continue with the schedule which are important in the planning stage to create project completion targets. Estimate project hours. The estimated project hours or effort hours during the planning stage for construction projects are important to note that may vary depending on its scope, complexity, size and requirements. Thus, it is inevitable to conduct a positive assessment and planning phase to determine a realistic timeline for the actual completion of the project. In the pre-construction phase, it is required to evaluate the project design, specifications and resources available to determine the timeline. This helps to create a schedule for different stages of the construction process which outlines the individual completion stages. The main construction phases are earthworks, substructure, superstructure, finishes, engineering services and external works. These phases involve site preparation, foundation, structural works, carpentry and joinery, metal work, interior and exterior finishes, utility installation, external services, access roads, landscaping and the final handover process. These phases can take several months or even years depending on the challenges, complexity and requirements of the project. It is essential to consider the potential delays that may arise during the construction, such as force majeure events as natural disasters, fire, storm, floods, governmental and societal actions, war, invasion, civil unrest, labor, strikes and infrastructure failures, transport, energy or changes in design. These factors can impact the overall timeline and may require adjustment to the original schedule. However, effective project management practices including proper coordination, communication and resource allocations may help minimize delay issues effectively. Constant monitoring and evaluation of the project progress is important to ensure the project stays on fast track with the estimated timeline. Regular updates and adjustments may be required to meet any unforeseen delay situation. For your information, the following timeline theory may apply to overcome the situation that may occur in late finishing projects. The reason that construction projects are nearly always late is that the planners estimate the duration of the task based on the average time to complete the work. The reality of this theoretical calculation process is only a 50% chance that the other each depending task will be completed on time. However, the 50% probability of on-time completion rapidly degrades among the sequential dependent tasks, and for example, the third task in a chain, the probable on-time completion drops to 12.5%. Therefore, a more logically accepted way to approach a project's duration estimation is to estimate each task completion at 2 standard deviations above the mean, which provides approximately a 95% chance of on-time completion. Therefore, theoretical calculation of average time completion multiplied by 1.95 times equals timeline completion of the task. Reviewing the contract to ensure that all activities milestones are accounted for is important. Duration for submission and approval of procurement list, project start and finish date, and project organization team are to be defined and developed in the work breakdown structure WBS. Based on the BAQ and the scope of the contract, the WBS package can be prepared to break down the project scope into phases. This makes a comprehensive list of project activities with the timeline for each task. Most of the BAQ items are possible to split into more than one activity. For example, earthworks can split into removing vegetation and cutting topsoil, cutting and filling to make up levels, excavation for footings and trenches, backfilling, filling underfloors, and compacting the bottom of the excavation to get more control over the timeline of the project. In the method of statement, it is explained that the strategy for carrying out tasks of the mentioned activity with necessary resources. Also, historical data for similar projects are important to review and compare with the current work activities. With the available resources and production rates, it is easy to calculate the duration. Activity duration can find out using the following equation. Activity duration equals quantity divided by production rate multiplied by number of crews. Example, concrete for foundation equals 20 meter cube. Production rate equals 20 meter cube per day. 8 hours working time per day. Number of crews 2, 1 mason and 1 unskilled laborer. Therefore, activity duration is 20 divided by 20 multiplied by 2 crews equals 0.5 days. One must understand that this equation is the same as the average completion timeline of the task. Therefore, to reach the actual time completion period, the theory of 2 standard deviation above the mean provides approximately a 95% chance of on-time completion. As discussed above, probable timeline completion shall be 0.5 days into 1.95 times equals 1 day. Related activity durations such as engineering services and other related nominated subcontract activities can be obtained from the relevant subcontractors and material on site timeline from the relevant suppliers. The strategy of carrying out the work task of the mentioned activity helps to link the activities by knowing the sequence of the activity. Once all project activities are listed, review and identify which task relies on others to be completed. It is important to understand that all tasks have sequence dependencies. This will help to schedule accurately and avoid delays. The project schedule must be calculated among team members for them to review critical situations and act accordingly to avoid any project delays. With the help of this, we can create a smooth scheduling process. My next video will discuss how the scheduling process shall apply to the Excel spreadsheet. Thank you. Please wait for my next video for the continuation of the discussion on all related schedules. I would be pleased if you are motivated by the desire to explore the value of the field's necessity that would contribute to the construction industry. Please refer to the description box below for the written description of this video clip. With a positive attitude and a growth mindset, please moving forward and explore the field. I will see you in the next video. If you are inspired and learned something in this video, please click like. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell button to notify my upcoming videos, and please share with others too.